Hey guys,
Important phone call.
he's on a very important phone
Talking
call.
with Vin Diesel, talking about family.
Yeah, because we're gonna talk about a movie about family here.
Yep. It had DuckTales in
And
it.
DuckTales in it. Didn't it?
It's something you see. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It definitely was a Disney movie. Disney movie we went and
Well,
saw.
it's a family movie.
It's a family movie, you know, so it's all about family.
On the phone with Outlaw Dan, who hasn't seen it yet, so I'm spoiling it.
Yeah, we're gonna spoil it for here. So hey guys, welcome to Two Fat Guys at the Movies. It's Professor M here with Mr. J, and we just saw Black Widow just dropped in theaters today. Even though she dropped in theaters about 2 years ago now. I had to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So this movie takes place after Civil War.
Pretty much right after.
It's like almost
Civil War.
right. It's kind of like Black Panther, where like it was like instant, after the events of Civil War. I'm gonna say this right now before we really.
Well, a little, kind of Spider-Man in a way too.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
All three of them. Like, how do you watch them now?
Yeah. Right. Actually, they all happen at the same time, so it doesn't really matter what order you watch them in, really. But I will say that this movie would have done. I feel like.
No. It's actually this movie actually.
I honestly feel like.
I know we're in like the States, so wherever or Wakanda, where Black Panther and Spider-Man took place, there was no Black Widow to be found. She was running through Hungary. It's Buddha.
So the movie starts out. Well, okay.
It
was Buddha. It was in Budapest. Was some of it, and then Budapest. Budapest.
No, it's actually not pronounced Budapest. It's like,
yeah.
Hey, we're going to Cuba. No,
we're going to Cuba.
You're going to Cuba.
Yeah, guys. So this movie, I feel like this movie would have been a lot better if it had just come out after Civil War.
Or
like, not it had to be after Civil War. It could have came out the same time as Homecoming.
I think better would have been if it came out when it was supposed to. But again, last year was.
Well,
last year,
even if it came out last year, like I still like okay, he's gonna hear me, so it's okay. He's gonna get spoiled. So there's a couple scenes at the end of this movie, or actually there's a couple scenes in the middle of the movie where they try to make you think, oh my God, Natasha might get killed, and I'm like, oh my God, no, she doesn't.
And then
oh my God, she doesn't.
The rumors going around where Yelena
was actually black with her. Yeah. Okay, so this movie has some problems. It's honestly generic for a Marvel movie. I mean, it's like
I said it's better than for Dark
better
World.
than for the Dark World.
There's no, Infinity War, Endgame. Let's be honest.
No,
However,
definitely.
But I will give props to the camera people.
I should turn the camera this way so that way
great,
the lights aren't hitting it as much. There, maybe that's
great
better.
Shots of Scarlett Johansson's ass.
Yeah, I was kind of like
chest.
there was a lot of like butt shots in this movie, especially in the beginning.
Also very attractive woman. I would,
Yeah, Mr. J here. Mr. J met his arch nemesis today.
Oh yeah.
It took him a second.
Diane, I swear to God, you watching this video, I'm going to come to your house and probably do nothing because I don't know where you live. But still, idle threat.
Idle threats. Yeah, guys. So, okay. So I say this was a generic movie, but I still enjoyed it. I still liked it. It's a fun. It's kind of like I'm gonna
give my like right now 3.5.
Yeah, I mean,
it's above average, but
I'm sorry about the camera movement, guys, because I don't have my tripod with me like I normally do. And we're filming this.
That's what they call mini-me.
We're filming it, yeah. And we're filming this outside because he's on the phone with Outlaw Dan, who he didn't want to come watch it with us.
Hold on.
Oh, he's phoning us in again.
Can you hear me now? Okay, say hi to everybody.
Heyo. This is Outlaw.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Zoom in my face there.
That's pretty unimpressive, man. I'm just it's like
hey, give a thumb up for Outlaw Dan, who has not seen Black Panther.
Is that true that you haven't seen Black Panther?
Oh my God. Black Widow. Okay, so they have this running joke in the movie, sort of, with Red Guardian, who he fought Captain America, and he gets questioned like, dude, Captain America was frozen when you were doing your thing. So how'd you fight Captain America?
Think I'm lying?
Think I'm lying? He's a great actor. I'm glad they didn't kill him. There was rumors that his character got killed by Taskmaster in the finale. and so that got changed.
It's a chick.
Yeah. I said that. Didn't I say that like 2 years ago? Even like yeah. So Taskmaster's a girl. It's the daughter. Okay, so they basically revealed the Budapest incident. So it's kind of been teased and throughout all the movies where Natasha had a choice, or Hawkeye had a choice, and he made a different call, and he brought her into S.H.I.E.L.D. And we finally got the reasoning how that happened.
I think the whole Budapest thing was her
blowing up the building.
Well, no, showing S.H.I.E.L.D. that she was,
the Red Room.
That was, we had to take out the Red Room, take out the main guy who was in charge of it. He was, she was supposed to take him out to basically sit there and show her allegiance to S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, it was to show her allegiance. She used his daughter to make sure he was there when they blew the building up. However, he didn't die, which they don't really explain how he survived it. But anyways, it basically hurt the daughter to the point where he basically turned her into Taskmaster. And so there was a after credit scene, or there was a scene that was leaked online. It was pulled down really quickly. It was leaked about a year ago. It was basically supposed to be an after credit scene.
I think was it the one with Ross?
Yeah, Ross finds the helmet, which has the chip of the Taskmaster program, and Taskmaster is actually supposed to die at the end of that movie. Was supposed to die. So Taskmaster doesn't die. So all the widows.
They could easily turn that into a Disney Plus show if they wanted.
Yeah. So they brought back. I think that's probably what they were setting up.
Basically, he had set up the widows all around the world. Basically, so they will follow him, and so basically, all except for Yelena, because the very end credit scene sets up. We'll tell you flat out, sets up maybe if she's an antagonist in the Hawkeye show.
Probably. That or she kills him.
Well.
And that brings in the daughter to be Hawkeye.
No, that's not his daughter. That's somebody else.
No. The girl. The girl. I thought it was his daughter. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Hawkeye doesn't come out until next year, anyways. So here's the thing. So Madam Hydra. Oh my God, I can't talk today. Is the one who came up to give her the information. Yeah. Do you want to know the who killed? So Alina doesn't know why Natasha died. Alina. She doesn't know. Alina. She doesn't. But anyways, she doesn't know that Natasha sacrificed herself for the Soul Stone. So, she doesn't know this information. She just knows that she died, and Madam Hydra says, "Hey, I got a mission for you." So she's been working for her.
That's what I'm thinking. They're setting up how they're setting up like a Dark Avengers.
Yep.
You think about it, you got U.S. Agent. I mean, it's not quite the same as Dark Avengers.
I feel like the Thunderbolts more.
Well, yes and
you
no.
could go both ways, really.
Well, Thunder.
Ross didn't have as much of a role in this movie as I thought he was going to be. They made it out like he was going to have a big role in this movie.
Well, the thing is, it could be. I'm sure they're going with Thunderbolts, but like a Dark Avengers kind of way.
Yeah, exactly.
You're going to have your Black Widow.
Yep.
You're going to have. If they wanted to, they could bring back Rhodey. As a.
Honestly.
No. I don't know if they. I don't. Well, they could bring Rhodey in as like the Iron Man, but he's already was an Avenger, so.
Well, they didn't kill. Well, you have Armor Wars coming too, so that could. I like the Crimson Dynamo reference. it's Red Guardian. I thought that was funny.
However,
because the Crimson Dynamo was Russian.
And he was also part of the same team that the Red Guardian was.
Yep.
I can't remember what the team's called right off the top of my head now, but...
Yeah, like I said, guys, this movie, it's not, like, if... I've told people, like, if you miss this movie, like, if you don't see it right away, it doesn't set up anything. Now, here's the thing. So, if COVID hadn't happened, and this movie was supposed to come out, what, May of 2020? May? Yeah. Okay, so if this movie had come out in May of last year,
it would have set up Falcon Winter Soldier.
It would have.
Soldier was supposed to come out last year.
Yep. So the Meta Hydra. But here's the thing, though. I feel like that after credit scene had more impact for me, since I've already seen Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I know who this character is now. I mean, even though we haven't seen a lot of her, only like a couple things, with U.S. agent and stuff.
And here's the thing, though. How do we not know that scene wasn't added? To make after
I feel like it was. I almost feel like it was added. I will say this: that wig that Scarlett Johansson wore with the white wig is still fake. Like that was the fakest wig I've ever seen.
Well, I think she actually is naturally blonde.
No, but I know, but she wears her. Anyways, it's a wig that she wore.
No, I was talking about the whole Yelena thing, not the 2 weeks later scene.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. He's talking out loud, Dan. Because out loud, Dan.
Well, no, that's what I was talking. I'm thinking that.
Well, no, yeah. Well, I was talking about, okay, they kind of set up, because there's this kind of like thing at the end of Civil War where Captain America just shows up at the Rift, and the Raft, sorry, shows up shows up there, and busts Sam, and I think I thought Hawkeye was there, but
Hawkeye was in there, so was Scott.
And Scott.
Man.
Oh yeah, that's right, they were both in there. Busts them out.
Yeah, basically,
It's like, well, how did he do that? Well, now they set up that.
Where they had that plane that looked almost Quinjet-like. Well, you see how they got that.
I like how they set up the coat.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if they gave the dude a name, but I did actually think he's kind of a funny. The dude who kept. There's a guy who was like, say, all right,
I was waiting for them to kiss. To do like this interracial thing. Just saying. I like to throw him on the spot there. He's like.
No, I'm trying to do the rock eyebrow, but I can't.
Oh, he can't do the rock. I don't know who that character is. I mean, obviously, I don't think he's a. Oops, I don't think he was a Marvel character.
Yes, he could be thrown into,
He could be the new like low-key Phil Coulson. I don't know.
No, I don't know what I'm saying. They could, if they wanted to, and he got enough like a popular thing, they could somehow throw him into like the Dark Avengers.
Oh, Hawkeye, the Hawkeye thing. Yeah.
Or well, because basically what he did is like when you see
so
Black Widow.
So after Loki.
No. Black Adam is.
After did he just? Okay, we can't be friends anymore. So after Loki is done, the next two shows that are supposed to be coming out this year, I think, is supposed to be Hawkeye. And what was the other one? Oh, What If? The What If is that's animated.
No, this guy, all he did was like he basically would get her gear. Evidently he had somehow owed her. Like,
yeah.
She'd helped him in some way, and like
I feel like this movie. I'm still gonna hold by it. I think this movie would have been it was okay. So Black Widow was a fun movie. It was a really fun movie.
I mean, I was staring at Scarlett Johansson's ass.
It was a fun movie. It had a lot of cool action sequences. It had some.
I did like the Taskmaster fights. How in the comics and they did it where I will still say he.
Well, he had a mutant power, wasn't it? Wasn't it like he kind of?
No, he just had a photographic memory.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
But didn't he get later on? Didn't they he got enhanced or something? Anyways, basically it was.
I did because I love the whole when Red Guardian does like this and stuff. And I was thinking.
Yeah. So I'm thinking. Okay, so Taskmaster in this film, as related to the MCU and how they did it, she's basically was trained as a widow, but she was under mind control and then given a chip.
Chipped her and like basically where he could control her.
Controller. What was before it was for the mind control stuff that they had created. I mean, it explains why there was no mention of the sister. She's not really her sister. They were just put together as a family for a Russian co-op in the United States in the, what was it, 95? Was that what it said, 95?
No, there was no Vin Diesel in the movie.
Yeah. No, Vin Diesel was in the movie. It was family, dude. Family. He was Red Guardian.
Some of those memes are actually pretty funny.
Oh, God, they're amazing.
No, Dom, you can't go fight the T-Rex. We got...
Family.
We got family.
A family. Yeah, I'm gonna hold to it. I think this movie would have done a lot better at the box office and been more well received by people, and I think the stakes of the ending film would have seemed higher if this had come out before she died in Endgame. I mean, it's like I said, I don't think it would have changed my overall opinion of the movie. But there were a couple of scenes where they're like, all the widows had her were beating her, and the music, and I was just like, oh yeah, she might lose. No.
It wasn't sold out.
No. So yeah, they're not social distancing in the theater anymore. Why did everybody gotta sit in the same corner?
All I
Spread
know
out,
is,
people.
All I know is I said, hey, if there's no one in the seat, next to you, you maybe scoot over because it was a little tight.
Yeah, I didn't want to get up.
Yeah, I was like, kind of sitting in my chair, like,
I was fine.
yeah, there were a lot of women for some goddamn reason. I mean, like,
It's a woman empowering movie,
no,
man.
hold on, though. I mean, they could have been lesbians too. We don't. Oh, sorry. I got nothing against lesbians, because
Flag our video, man.
because we both like women.
We're gonna get like 10 views on this now because of that.
Well, the thing is, I'm okay with that. But guess what? We both can check out women.
Oh, true.
Every once in a while.
True.
And hell, if there are any watching video, what do you think?
Everything that I had seen prior to this, like.
But no,
This is a hard one to judge because it was supposed to come out last year. They played 3 trailers for it, and then instead of just releasing those trailers, they had to redo it.
No, I mean there was quite a few people in it.
The XD might have been, but I mean,
JD, I doubt it.
no, I don't know. It's gonna be hard. It'll be hard. I honestly don't think Disney will release the numbers. I mean, so the box office numbers will get released, but then they'll say they're muddled. And so if this movie doesn't top the box office this weekend, oh, did I bump it? Oh, I can imagine Disney going, well, we have all the people who bought it on Disney Plus to fluff the numbers. And I'm not saying that because this is a bad movie.
I think it's gonna do well.
I just don't think this is the one to rush
like
out
I said,
to.
It's not Endgame, Infinity War, but I mean there's a lot of the Marvel movies that aren't. Well, like I said, and then there are. But that's more of an ensemble film. This one here, the characters like.
I hate to say this. So okay.
Kind of like the first Iron Man, kind of like.
No, I wouldn't put it with that.
I'm just saying it's like a solo character, where it's like basically like the first Cap was like basically was like just what Jesse had his. I think you should call him the Howard Man of One.
Yeah, I was gonna lump this more with Ant-Man.
Well, or yes, like Ant-Man too,
like,
where like
they're fun movies, but like okay. So I'm gonna say this. I don't know if I said this before, but like when I did my when I did my marathon for Endgame, I skipped Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ooh,
I didn't finish. I didn't watch that one.
Bad form, old man.
I know. Here's the thing. Like I've only seen that movie twice. It's just one of those things where it's just like I feel like the Ant-Man. I like Ant-Man.
No, you gotta do when you do the MCU marathon, you do it all. So you do it right.
Did you do all 8 seasons of Agents of Shield? It's not canon anymore. You don't have to watch them.
No, neither is Agent Carter.
Neither is Agent Carter. I feel like Agent Carter is more, just because I almost said Alfred. Just because.
What's that?
Oh my God. Jarvis is in that, and Jarvis shows up at the end of Endgame. The actor who played Jarvis in the Agent Carter show. So I kind of consider that still canon, or at least
You watched Loki, right?
He hasn't watched Loki yet.
No, because
the TVA actually, if you pay attention, there is a scene during the events of this movie where there's a portal in the background, and the TVA do show up. No, seriously. And they go, "We'll allow this," and they leave.
He's lying.
No. He hasn't seen it yet. He needs to go watch it.
But no, and I think the first episode of Loki, they actually, if you watch, I seen the door in the background open up, but I didn't pay much more attention. But I know those people who watch it and I slow it down to catch everything. It was supposedly good. They're guessing it's Agent Peggy Carter, because basically she looked like had a hairstyle back from like the kind of the 40s, 50s, and she's wearing like a blue dress that evidently she'd worn on the show.
Yeah.
And so people are saying that that's kind of like Disney Marvel, kind of playing like the Disney Plus playing a joke on like basically how it was
the shadow of the phone there.
What?
Oh, the shadow of the phone.
Anyway, there was it was like a little joke how people were saying how hard it was to do Agents of Shield, Agent Carter, and have them be part of the MCU universe, MCU. But since the
We're like
TV
way off track now.
Yeah.
It's all good though. Like I said, my final verdict. This is an average movie. I would lump it in there with like the Ant-Man movies, where it's like I'll watch them every now and then.
But
It is better than Thor: The Dark World. That's still the worst one. Even though Marvel is trying to save that movie with all this stuff we're doing. Thor: The Dark World, it set up so much stuff, guys. It wasn't that bad. I do like the little nods, like, you know, how she got the pockets, the pocket vest was her daughter. I guess I didn't even notice that throughout the trailers. I
didn't notice it at first. Then once she gave it to her, it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, it makes sense now. I think we looked at each other like, yep. There we go. They tease in the beginning like she gets the blonde dye box.
Well, yeah, she has the dye box.
Because she, you know, in the beginning and then at the end she gets her hair.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
It's a fun popcorn movie. It has a lot of fun action sequences. I like Taskmaster. I actually liked it more than I wasn't big on the villain.
But
I mean, I get it. Like it just.
Not every villain needs to be a megalomaniac. Well, I guess it
No.
was a megalomaniac, but it doesn't need to be like all you gotta do is this and you're gone. You know. No,
Yeah, I know. It just. Yeah.
I mean, you know, it can't be like Dormammu, where
It just his whole analogy, or the whole thing he went into, how he controlled the whole world. I'm like, I felt like Hydra inside his shield had more control of the world than you did.
Well, that's what basically they started with Hydra technology. That they stole.
Well, yeah.
It was shield technology was Hydra shield.
Yeah, it was like, well, yeah, the technology was developed by Shield, but there were Hydra agents that did it. Which might explain why he got away with having the Red Room, because they're like, oh yeah, but you would think that you would.
Part of Hydra, they stole it from.
Well,
Hydra.
I mean, like you know, with like, you know, my enemy, my what's that saying? My enemy of my enemy is my friend.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Yeah, so I feel like it was more of a. They like Shield, the Hydra within Shield allow him to keep doing his thing.
Well,
even though they stole the technology, because he was.
They did come after him though.
Did they?
Yes. I mean, how do you not know that it wasn't, you know, Hydra agents, you know, posing as cops?
That's true.
But anyway, like I said, no, that's my take on it. They stole the Hydra, and basically this guy now had all these widows around the world who could, you know, literally.
The ending of this movie though kind of was abrupt. So the ending of this movie, like the whole Red Room, which is floating in the sky, is why they couldn't find it.
Hello, it's called Helicarrier.
Helicarrier, right?
And I also want to know why they stole the plot from Zoolander. I mean, hey, we're going to have.
If that had been Ben Stiller.
Hey, we're going to have all these hot chicks, you know, but there could be mind-controlled hot chicks to be assassins.
Oh shit! Yeah, Zoolander.
That's my lame joke for this video.
Oh yeah, that's this video joke. Yeah, it was one of those things where like they showed that Ross was coming, and she decided to stay behind. She's like, I got this, and the other widows, her sister, her mom and dad, well, fake mom and dad, for you know the purposes of the movie, got away in the jet, and she stayed behind. And then the movie cut, and I was like, if it ends right here, I'm gonna be mad. And then it cuts to, it doesn't necessarily say 5 years later, but you get the idea. Like when they show the tombstone, you see the tombstone. It's Natasha's, and then the Mata Hydra thing comes up. But I'm like, wait a minute. Oh no, before that, they cut 2 weeks later. They did. They cut 2 weeks later and showing her getting the jet. And I'm just like, how'd the Ross thing go?
Well, here, I mean, I'm sure there's like things, but I like questions about like how do you know she died? Did like one of the Avengers come out, like Sam come out, you know, hey yo, we just found out that she had like a family outside of the Avenger family. Yeah, we're sorry she's dead.
I think it was more.
It's like this with like the Star Wars. How did everybody like when Force Awakens came out? How the fuck did everybody know that Luke and Leia were brother and sister? How did they know that Darth Vader was their father? I mean, it's like
within the MCU, you gotta think about how they publicize it.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have public.
In Spider-Man: Far From Home, they say at the beginning and that was funny too. They didn't mention Natasha, but they did mention Vision and Iron Man and Captain America as dead. Even though technically we know Captain America isn't really dead, he's just an old man right now.
Yeah, but,
There's been no.
Like I said, there wasn't. Cap wasn't at the funeral.
Wait. Cap was at the funeral.
No, he wasn't.
Which funeral are we talking about here? Are you talking about the Tony Stark one?
Yes.
Yes, he was.
Was he?
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't go back in time until after that scene was over.
Careful with it. See?
Somebody has not watched Endgame.
Maybe if you watch these other movies, you know.
I've watched Endgame more times than I would like to admit.
You know, you're lucky I don't have a knife on me or I would attempt to stab you.
Let me know in the comments down below. Captain America was at Tony Stark's funeral.
Yeah, but half the people didn't know who the kid was.
Yeah, nobody knew who the kid was.
I knew who the kid was.
I knew who the kid was too. I thought that was cool.
Or whatever. Like, who the hell's that
This is
kid?
Harley.
And I had to try out. Yeah, I think for sure it was you. Like, who's the kid? It's Harley.
No. I actually knew before going into it. We didn't go see it together, remember the first time. Anyways.
Yeah, we did.
No, we did. We went the second time. We went separately the first time. Because I went to the opening.
No, that was Rise of Skywalker.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, maybe it was Rise of Skywalker.
Because I think it was me, you.
Maybe we did go. Anyways, I know I went multiple times.
It was like Gary and
Probably. Oh yeah, it was.
You sat down on the very
Yeah,
front.
it was.
And-
But I guess my point is that what I'm thinking is that when after the battle, with Thanos, they said, hey, in that battle we lost Tony Stark, sacrificed himself to save everybody, but we also lost Vision, and we lost Natasha. Because remember, she went public when she released all the Shield files
That's called Winter Soldier.
in Winter Soldier, right? So they might have released it. They released that they died. And so her sister would know that she died now, but she doesn't know how or why. And then she's working with this man in
Hey,
Hydra.
look, Domino's is getting delivered their pizzas. It's frozen pizza. Domino's.
And then you have to think of this, like, you have to think of the context, is that she doesn't know that the Avengers time traveled. So obviously she's like, hey, I have a mission for you. Would you like to know the person who killed your sister? And so all she knows, oh, this motherfucker killed my sister. So in the Hawkeye show, I'm assuming
Yeah,
she's
but
going to go after
the thing
him,
is, like,
and he's going to tell her, no, that's not what happened.
There was no bodies. That's one answer.
And there's no body, so exactly, because her body was laying on the ground.
On,
Right.
Vormir.
Volmir. So, I think yeah, I mean, it did set up a couple things. You can still bring back Red Guardian, the Widows, the sister.
Can you imagine, like, Disney Plus took some from the Widows?
I can see that. I can see them doing that. I mean, if this movie does well enough, I think this movie will do well enough, being that there hasn't been really any big blockbuster movies other than Fast and Furious that just recently came out.
Basically, they're Widows. I mean, if they wanted to, they could easily either do that or a Hulu show, so you have a little more violent. But,
Yeah.
But basically, there's like a group of them in.
Yeah, guys. So we're gonna end that here. I don't got any more to say about it. I mean, like I said, I give it the same about thing 3 out of 5.
Yeah,
It's an average
get
movie.
off my car.
Oh, what? On your car? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just on his car here. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to hit that like button.
And subscribe.
And subscribe and give Mr. J money because he needs new tires for his car. And,
No, I got it.
oh, he got new tires. Also, too, if you guys want to see more Outlaw Dan in our videos, be sure to let us know in the comments. And then he'll have no choice but to get
You
his
can
butt.
reach him on Twitter at Coleslaw Dan.
Coleslaw? Is it really?
No. Coleslaw Dan _.
Links and all that will be in the description.
But not sausage, but not patties.
But not patties. But not those patties.
Oh.
Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. This will be up hopefully soon.